year 2017. As you may have noticed, I've taken a little break from YouTube for the last 2 weeks. Because I had so many things to do. First of all, there were so many Christmas parties and New Year's Eve parties and things to go to, and then I had stuff to do for university, but now I am back and I'm gonna be continuing to film for this channel, so don't you guys worry. So today is going to be kind of a different video for my channel. I thought because it is the new year and, you know, it kind of signifies time passing, I thought it would be nice to kind of reflect on some things that have happened to me and what like happened in my life. In previous years. So when I went looking through some school things from like way back when, I found a lot of stuff from my time in Ireland. As you may or may not know, 2010, 2011, that school year, I went abroad to study in Ireland at a high school and I had a great time. But of course, I forgot a lot of things that happened back then, and so this is going to be kind of like a story time slash reacting to my Ireland exchange year memorabilia. I don't know, something along those lines. I'm not sure what this is going to be turning into, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get started. So the first thing I have here to show you today is this book, which looks super unspectacular from the outside. This like thing is already coming off. I don't know what that even is. It's like a foil, and I honestly kind of regret not getting like a cuter book for this, because this is a really special book. Before going abroad, you have all your friends and family and whoever you want like write like little notes for you in here just in case you get homesick and stuff like that. And it's so cute. So this is the first page. I don't even know exactly what all this means anymore. It says Ireland 2010, 2011. Clearly I was into colors back then. And then I just write, oh, this is part of a poem that I wrote, I think. It says, when the ocean runs out of tides, hell and heaven will switch sides. The sky breaks up, the sun will drown. That's the day I let you down. Oh my god, I was so melodramatic back then. But I was like, no sun, because I was in Ireland. I wrote Martin, because there was a guy I liked that was named Martin. Cucumber. And then a smile, like a laughing face. I have no idea. I don't get my own inside jokes anymore. Don't get me toasted. I think that's a phrase that me and my friends in Ireland made up. So this is not just from before. This is like, I did that throughout the year. So most of this, I think this is the part I wrote like before, and then the rest just happened. Lose your dignity on the dance floor. I sincerely hope I did not do that. Karma's a bitch. What else is here? No te pido que traigas flores, tampoco que me des bombones. Yo solo quiero que me dices. No, because yo solo quiero una caricia que me diga que tú me quieres. It's like a Spanish song. It's like one of the 3 songs I know, I guess. Oh, this is one, that's not my poem, but it's really nice. Dancing as if language is no longer what? Dancing as if language no longer existed because words were no longer necessary. I'm not sure where this is from, but I kind of love it. I'm not gonna read any of this because most of it is in German, so, and also kind of personal from back then, I guess. But this is just like, as I said, just like little messages, like I ask, oh my god, I was so ugly back then. But like, I just ask friends to like put in messages, little like decorate the pages a little, write me little notes, whatever they wanted, and I mean, it's just so cute. And honestly, I did read through this a lot whenever I would feel homesick or whenever I would miss my friends and stuff like that, and I just love it. So anyway, I got kind of sidetracked, but this is my favorite things from that year abroad. I wanted to show you some memorabilia that I've just sort of found as well. So first is this, which I wore that for a St. Patrick's Day parade thing. We went there to watch it because that's obviously really big in Ireland. It's so funny. I think I should wear this for the rest of the video. Don't you agree? Alright. I also found these glasses because I don't really remember how we went like to some city. This was like a joke thing, but then all people in our group bought these, so I bought them too. I don't know, like I think I wore them like for a minute once to take pictures that were funny, and then we took them off again. But these are just, why? Why? I also found the tie that was for my school uniform. I think that I wore at school there. I think I still have the whole uniform somewhere, but it was ugly. Like honestly, not missing that one. And this is, if you want proof, here's a picture of me wearing it. This is just Wow. Also, disclaimer, I did not know it was picture day. As you can clearly see, I don't have a shred of makeup on. My hair is greasy and unbrushed, and I just look like, please, whatever, I didn't know this was happening. Oh my god. This is another thing I found, which was my life that year, because somehow from my school I went to, we got like our year planner, like they had like their specific year plan. So it says Beach Hill College in Monaghan, which is where I went to, school I went to, and as you can see, it has so much in it. I don't know. It was so funny. They had such strict rules, and I was not used to that because we don't have school uniforms in Austria, and nobody's like, oh, you have to wear certain things or you have to look a certain way. I remember one guy once got sent home because his tie was tied the wrong way or something, and they would constantly tell us to, like, you know, fix our clothes, like, because the thing is, the skirts were ridiculously long. They went to like mid-calf, I guess. And the thing that girls would do is they would just, to make them shorter, because you're not allowed to cut them, obviously, and they would just like bunch them here that way so that they would kind of ride up higher, but then you would have this like massive bulk of fabric around your midsection, and that combined with wearing a like blouse thing and the baggiest jumper, this most horrible quality jumper ever, it did not look cute. It did look better though than wearing this horrible skirt to the mids of your calf. And I think that they were kind of strict about that too. Like if they caught you doing that, saw you do that, like saw that you did that, they would like make you fix it and stuff like that. Like, I don't see the point of that. That was ridiculous, honestly. Who gives a fuck? Let them kids wear cuter clothes, because at least make the uniforms cute, but they were just the worst. And yeah, so as you can see, that's what I mean by the planner was my life, because I didn't just wrote in stuff that I had to do, like homework. I also just like wrote what I did. For example, here, I guess I was watching a ton. This is around Christmas time. This was actually, oh my god, this is exactly the week that we are in right now. That is freaky. But today's the 7th, and here it says 7th of January, 2011 though, so that was exactly 6 years ago. You guys, you know what I was doing today 6 years ago? I apparently went to a disco for babies, because they had two kinds of, they had one disco, it was called the Forum, but they had like on Fridays, I think, if you like earlier, the earliest slot I guess was for like under 18-year-olds, and then later returned for the older one. I'm too lazy to do this to my planner, but I think it looks really cute. Like I actually kind of like it. And it's like almost like a diary, which is cute. Oh, I found another poem I wrote. Apparently I also wrote this in January 2011, so let's see. Dead time is slipping through my hands, ashes on the floor, nothing else remains. When the years die under my gaze, I feel the past pull away from my embrace. I want to stop time, force the world into rewind, but it keeps on turning, and I keep on learning. And then I wrote like an asterisk, yearning. Sort of wasn't sure which one of these I would use, but I don't know. This was, I think, like, there were 5 weeks left before I would go home. And I wrote down things to worry about. Oh my god. And it's like this whole page. How much money is on my card? How am I going to get my guitar home? When can I send my things? How can I save my money? I wish I knew. I still don't. How can I lose weight without paying for the gym? Wow. How am I going to get along with my old friends? How make new friends? Where make new friends? How am I going to get an, like, ausgezeichneter Erfolg in my Matura, which is like, Matura is like your final exam. I want like really good grades. How am I going to get into Oxford? I remember this. I had this phase where I was convinced I was gonna go to an Ivy League college. How? I guess, I don't know. I guess I saw it on Gilmore Girls and wanted to because it sounded cool, but like, what? Should I go to Mexico with Mariana? Mariana not answering any of my messages. Mariana, you still not answer my messages. How am I going to stand up to haters like certain people in my school? Haters. How can I avoid a certain person? How to improve my Spanish? What is it going to be like with my ex-boyfriend? Oh gosh. And then it gets just awkward, yeah. And the last one is, why is life so fucking complicated? Why is life so fucking complicated? I underlined fucking because I clearly was overwhelmed with life. Wow. I was just so cringy as a teenager. It's incredible. Ugh. And then I found this folder, which I'm not gonna go through, but it's just like all my uni stuff, my school stuff from that year, and it's so weird, like looking back at it all, like, oh my god. I remember I was so underwhelmed with the math class there because legitimately I was in the like last year of the high school then, and the first page, like the first chapter in my math book taught us how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. What? I remember being just so weirded out by that. But okay, I guess you could repeat that. And then it went on to doing like differentiation and integration and stuff like that. I'm like, how is this all in the same book? Like, what? What is that? Alright. Oh, I also had business classes back then, right? Shit, that was horrible. International trade. Oh, and I remember one phrase the teacher would use is like money from heaven, which is what he meant by like the money that we basically get from our parents for like the first 20 to 30 years of our lives, which is kind of true. Like, you get so much money and things paid for and like money from heaven. It's literally money from heaven. All right. In my English class, we were in like there were like 2 levels, and we were in the upper level, like all the exchange students were in the upper level, and besides us there were 3 people from Ireland, and 2 of them were actually not from Ireland, like their families had had emigrated to Ireland. That is ridiculous. I'm sorry, but it's ridiculous. Everybody else is in the lower level of English. That's just so funny. But the teacher was really strict, and she gave us like because she like graded us as if we were native speakers, and so we all got like B's and C's, and I got 1A, and I was so proud of that. Like, she would always write like, oh, so good, so well done, your English is improving, and then write like a C. It's like, great, thank you, but it's a C. And for the final part of today's video, I wanted to show you this, which looks like a really cute little book, and it is, I wrote. This is not like a diary, I'm not sure. Like, one of my friends gave this to me as a birthday gift, I think. And I just like wrote little basically like story times. Like, I wrote stories, what happened to me. Like, there's one about New Year's Eve that I'm not gonna read because it involves things that are not entirely legal. The soup incident that happened on the 11th of January 2011. And I remember I was so upset about that. And there was milking the cows from the 21st of January. And then we have tapping the can. Oh, that was on the 23rd of January. I guess it was all in January. But I'm gonna read to you the soup incident because that is like the closest to what happened 6 years ago. From the time-wise, because it's the 11th, you know, which is next week. So, let's read the soup incident. I have no idea. I don't think I've read this in a really long time. So, this is gonna be interesting. Here's just a quick backstory. So I was in a host family. The mother of that family was called Marie, and I was also with 2 other exchange students in that family. One was Mariana from Mexico, and one was Stella from Italy. Okay, I think those are all the main characters. Oops, where am I? In the second week of the Christmas holidays, I cooked Grießknödelsuppe, which is a traditional Austrian soup, for Mariana and me to try it, and it turned out really good. Ouch. So Marie asked me to cook it for everyone the following week, which I happily agreed to do. When I had eventually cooked the soup and gave my host family to eat, everyone really liked it. What is that English? Except Stella. It was the first time she had ever tried soup, and she had told me before that she really didn't like it, but nevertheless, her reaction took me by surprise. What? How is that logical? It was the first time she'd ever tried soup, but she knew that she didn't like it. I think I meant like liquid soup, you know, like the broth soup basically, because I think she only had like cream soups and stuff like that. To begin with, she didn't even try the actual soup. She just picked out the potatoes, carrots, and grießknödel with a fork and swallowed them with obvious distaste. When I asked her to eat it with a spoon and at least try the actual liquid, she asked stupidly, do I really have to eat the water? I think if I eat this, I'll have to vomit. She said that? Jesus Christ, that's really bad. To my face. About the soup I had cooked. Oh wow, I was angry. I already was quite angry, yes, at her, so I just went up to our room and got on the computer. A few minutes later, she also came upstairs and started talking to her parents on Skype. At first, I didn't pay much attention to the conversation, but when Stella repeatedly mentioned my name, I listened closely, and although it was in Italian, I could understand what she was talking about. My soup. She was telling her whole family how it only consisted of water with potatoes and carrots, and how disgusting it was, and how she very nearly puked. Are we sure that I understood that in Italian, even though I don't speak a word? I don't know. I'm not sure I trust. How old was I? 16-year-old, 17-year-old Teresa? After that, I was really upset about how rude she was, telling her whole family how my soup had nearly made her puke. I haven't talked to her about it yet, but when it comes up again, I surely will. This definitely is not the right to treat. Is not the right. Not the, oh, the right way, I guess I was trying to write. This definitely is not the right way to treat a friend who has always supported her and helped her with problems. When a friend supports you, you eat their fucking soup, even if you don't like it. That is the bottom line here. Oh my god. Wow. That is something. Alright, okay. So now we know what I was like at age 17. I think this is where I'm gonna end today's video. It's so fun and interesting to go through all this stuff and to wear this thing, even though it's kind of scratchy and like itching my head. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well and found it somewhat entertaining. I think especially at this time of year, it's just important to look back on your life and to sort of reflect on things that happened. Maybe go through some old memory boxes and old things like that, because we forget a lot, especially me. I have a very bad memory, and humans do forget a ton of what happens to them. We tend to only like cherry pick our memories, but like the large majority just gets lost. So this type of stuff is super important to keep so that you can always refresh your memories whenever you want to, and it's just so much fun because it's just a whole surprise. Like, I had forgotten 99% of this stuff ever happened, to be quite honest. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you had a lovely and safe New Year's Eve. I hope you entered the new year in a good and positive way. Anyway, I'm gonna see you guys soon. Have a lovely week. Bye! And now I need a thumbnail. Oh my god, I was gonna tie this, but I don't know if I still know how to do that. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. All I ever wanted was you. Oh my god, I'm decked out.